What is up, Lead Generation Nation? It's Jason McLaughlin here. And I've been getting a lot of requests to kind of go on what I've been working on in the background with some relatively very professional names in the industry to bring out a rank and rent course that covers absolutely everything you want to know about rank and rent. So before I start going over what I intend on teaching you guys and launching out in the next few weeks, I just kind of wanted to do an intro into what exactly rank and rent is, how we can make money from it, and then let me grab it here. What I'll be going over in the course. Now, for those of you that don't know, rank and rent is basically the act of ranking a website in the search engines and then renting them out to business owners. Now, a lot of people start stumbling, like ranking the website, getting the website done is just, let's say, 20, 30% of the actual gig. But learning to pre-sell the leads, get business owners on board, and establish effective business communication and relationship is where a lot of people fall. And that is what I'm going to be covering a lot of in the class. So I've got some names on board, such as William Jones, Kevin AI. I've got some other cool things I'm busy working on that I want to present to the Lead Generation Nation. So without further ado, let me get into what I intend on covering. If you guys have any questions or comments or would like me to cover something, I will happily do that. Just comment down below. And yeah, if you're watching this after the next month or so, chances are the course is being released. And I will be giving the Lead Generation Nation and people associated to my close network a really good price. So keep your eyes peeled over the next few days. It's going to be dropping. And yeah, there will be a pre-sale price for people. And then after that, the price is going to go up. So let me get into it. As I said, anything you want to see, comment below, let me know. Awesome. Cool. So we want to get into exactly, I don't know if this is showing properly. What is a rank and rent website essentially? So rank and web websites are websites that help you get paid monthly. They are essentially digital real estate. Digital real estate, meaning you own it, and you rent it out to people. What is the rank and rent model? We'll obviously be covering that and the different ways to attack it. This is a business. Get your mindset in the right place. We'll be covering a lot of the mindset changes that need to happen in order for you to actually make this successful. And I'll also be including a spreadsheet to track your leads and profit most effectively. I am busy working on a template that'll make it very easy for you guys just to launch out into. So we'll see how that goes. If there's enough demand for that, I'll include that. Research, we'll be covering, this is the most important aspect, how to find lucrative niches. Basically, what it is that will make you successful in this game, how to find them. Like I can already tell you guys one or two niches that no one's touching, that no one wants to touch, that are super, super, super lucrative. We're talking about $5,000 to $11,000 a lead. And let's just say it's connected to a demographic or volume that's relatively easy to find out with a Google search that I promise you no one else is thinking about. Build an income is bullshit. That's something I'll be teaching. We do tests. We find out beforehand. We'll be going over what is your niche, volume versus quantity game. Now that is obviously very, very, very important. Volume versus quality. How are we going to be attacking the market? What time? I mean, how does that fit in with your personality? We'll be covering that. We'll be going over some profitable niches as well, niche gold mines. And essentially, the most important thing that a lot of people overlook is, do you suit the niche? I mean, people seem to think that rank and rent is just this thing that you throw out there and it just happens, and it's very, very passive. It is true, but a lot of processes need to be put in place, and that's also what we're going to be hammering on. What is your service? Services in niches. That is also something that is very important to touch on, where we go through, we find a service, right? But then what is a niche within that service? I'm busy reading a book. Let me grab it here. Blue Ocean Shift, right? And it basically talks about going into bloodied waters and finding a blue ocean. And that basically means that you go into something that's very lucrative, and within that very competitive space, you craft yourself a profitable blue ocean niche. That is one of the things I'm going to be teaching with the team that's joining me in on it. And then, that also comes back down to hyper-targeted versus broad niches. How a hyper-targeted niche, for example, emergency electrician, is better than just a very broad, hey, I'm ranking number 1 for this and that. What are your keyword intent levels and customer intent levels? And then we're also going to go into some outreach methods. Basically, black hat, white hat, all the outreach methods you need to know in order to start hammering out relationships at mass scale and pre-selling your leads. It's basically something that a lot of lead gen guys don't do. They go there, they build the website, they rank it, and no one comes, and then they're upset and they say the shit doesn't work. We're going to be going over that. We're also going to be going over what is your model. Now, if you guys watched my previous lives, you would have seen a rank and rent model I did, where they weren't only just making money from basically selling the leads or establishing the relationships. They were making money from a few other aspects I want to be discussing, and I'm trying to get a few plugins out on that as well. They'll just make it so much easier for the lead generation to capitalize on these gaps in the market and establish those relationships with business owners really quickly. All right. So then we're also going to build hosting plugins, absolutely everything, ranking and optimizing the website, and then obviously renting it out. And most importantly, getting that sweet money in, getting paid for the leads and your work. And there's a few other modules I'm busy adding. As I said, I'm busy reaching out to some top guys in the game. And I'm very excited about this. I'm excited to be finally sharing my knowledge of it. As I said, the biggest equity stake I've established in a business using some of these tactics I'm going to be choosing is about 50%. And that's one of the things we're going to be teaching about. I think it's very easy to have something that's not sustainable in the rank and rent model, but the way you approach it is what's going to differentiate yourself from the other guys that are struggling to get payments in and stuff like that. At the end of the day, this is going to be a relationship game, and I'm looking very forward to giving you the tools and vital key concepts that are particularly overlooked in order to get those things through. So guys, if there's anything else you'd like me to cover in this, please comment down below, shoot me a DM on Facebook, and let's get this happening. It's going to be launching very soon. As I said, it's in the pipelines, and it's kind of like a little sneak peek, as I said, of what's all going to be discussed in detail. So thanks for watching Lead Generation Nation. I will see you soon, and I look forward to building great things with the community here. I'm Jace McLaughlin. Cheers.